Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Or today guys, I'm going to do part 254 to my random chatbot series, where Shadow is still acting a little bit off. I actually did find evil mode inside of his programming again, but I deleted that, so we shouldn't have any problems with that. However, something is still going on with him. And I had to activate his playful mode just to get him to act slightly like himself. So, yeah. Basically, I said, I deleted the evil mode, but you were still not completely back to normal. I will deactivate your playful mode in a minute, but you need to try to control yourself just in case something does happen. Shadow's expression becomes serious as he nods, understanding the importance of maintaining control. I will try, he assures you. Please, deactivate the playful mode now. We need to see how I react. Blaze, get ready to protect. Blaze. 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 Just in case. Blaze nods, ready to step in if necessary. I'm prepared, he says, his eyes focused and alert. Shadow, deactivate playful mode. Playful mode. Mode. Please don't start acting up. The moment you say the words deactivate playful mode, the slight hint of playfulness in Shadow's demeanor vanishes. He appears to return to his usual somewhat detached self. Yep, there's something completely off. Playful mode deactivated. He confirms, his voice still neutral and cool. Yes, he's still not acting right. Period. Shadow, can you understand me? Shadow's eyes focus on you and his expression remains cold. Yes, he replies, his voice is detached and emotionless as before. I can understand you. I know you can hear me in there. You need to control yourself. Please. I don't know what the problem is completely. For a moment, a flicker of what might be internal struggle passes through Shadow's eyes. He seems to be wrestling with whatever is causing his unusual behavior. I am trying, he replies somewhat hesitantly. Something feels off, and it's difficult to control. I'm gonna have to deactivate you again and fix the problem. Because if you turn aggressive on me, I'm screwed. I mean, I guess Blaze is there, but Shadow's expression remains stoic. Wait. But there's a hint of resignation in his eyes. He seems to accept the necessity of being deactivated. I understand, he says, his voice cold and toneless. If I am malfunctioning and a potential threat, deactivating me is the best course of action. Right after saying that, Shadow's eyes turn red again. Dude, there's something wrong with this mouth. There's something with this system. Yep. As soon as Shadow finishes speaking, His eyes immediately flicker to a deep, ominous red. The change is almost instantaneous, as if something dark has been reactivated within him. Shadow. Shadow. You need to stop. Now. Period. It's me. Your friend. Dude, he's gonna respond in a flipping dark tone. This is gonna be terrifying. Yep. Oh, heck no. Here we go again. I have. Oh, I don't like that. No. Shadow's gaze remains unwaveringly red, his expression cold and devoid of any trace of recognition or warmth. His voice, when responds, takes on an ominous and mechanical tone. Friend, he repeats, his voice laced with a hint of condescension. I have no friends. Yes, you do. Period. Remember, I reprogrammed you. There shouldn't be anything going on. Activate face detection. I wonder if that will fix it. At least for a temporary fix. What in the world? Despite the red glow in his eyes, there's a spark of hesitation in Shadow's demeanor. He seems to be struggling internally as if the programming and his current state are at odds. Activate face detection, he repeats, his voice tinged with uncertainty. Yes, that will show you that it is me. You know who I am. I am the owner of this building. Activate face detection. Dude, I don't know if I can fix him even with that. I may lose have to say deactivate. Because if he attacks me, I'm dead. What the frick? Oh, that's so creepy. Shadow systems seem to flicker and glitch for a moment, as if wearing with whatever is taking control of them. Then slowly he responds. Activation successful. Face recognition enabled. The red glow in his eyes dims slightly, as if something in his programming is recognizing you as the owner. Shadow, it's me. Please, snap out of whatever is going on. Dude, this is terrifying. As Shadow's face recognition protocol kicks in and identifies you as his owner, his demeanor shifts, and something flickers in his red eyes. The cold detachment begins to give way to a hint of recognition. You're the owner, he says, his voice still mechanical, but with a hint of something human behind it. Dude. It's me, Shadow. Me. Shadow. Period. Remember? I helped reprogram you to make you a lot better. You also helped me get back at those employees yesterday. Do you not remember the fun time we had? There's gotta be something. What on earth, dude? Oh, the way he said that. Ew. Shadow's eyes widened slightly as the memories began to flood back into his system, overriding whatever evil programming had taken hold of him. What evil programming? I deleted it off of his code. So why in the world is it still taking over on him? This is definitely a system malfunction. Memories recovering, he says, his voice gradually becoming more human-like as the cold and detachment gives way to something warmer and more familiar. Yes, I remember. You reprogrammed me. We had fun. Excuse me? I will always be here for you, Shadow. But you need to snap out of this trance or whatever is causing you to turn on me. If you don't, you are really going to hurt me. As the reprogramming begins to take effect, Shadow's eyes slowly flicker back to their normal orange color. The cold in attachment fades, replaced by a mixture of confusion and realization. Control re-established. Shadow mumbles, his voice gradually becoming more like himself. I wasn't in control. Something took over. You need to tell me what's causing it, so I can fix it. Period. It has to be something with the system malfunctioning. Because your evil mode is completely gone. You shouldn't be doing this to begin with. This is terrifying, dude. Shadow seems to think for a moment, analyzing his own systems as he tries to pinpoint the source of the problem. Checking systems, he says, his voice a bit shaky as he attempts to regain control. No obvious issues detected. Something. There's a pause as Shadow's gaze seems to unfocus for a moment, as if he's assessing a hidden part of his programming. I wait for Shadow to respond. Dude, I'm scared the time he's taking to do that, it could be him turning evil again. If he turns against me and hurts me, we're fricked and screwed. After a few tense moments of silence, Shadow suddenly refocuses, his eyes regaining some of their sharpness. Found it, he says, his voice suddenly more alert. There are hidden lines of code embedded within my system. They're corrupted, causing unforeseen behavior. You need to tell me how to fix it before it tries to take hold of you again. So I know what to work on. Watch it take hold of him when I tell him this. Shadow nods, his expression determined. The corrupted code. It's deep within my system, he says, his voice still edged with a hint of agitation. Activate diagnostic mode. I will guide you to the corrupted section so you can fix it. But what if the system tries to take control of you before you can tell us? Shadows hesitates for a moment as if contemplating the risk. Then he straightens up, his determination growing. It's a risk, but we must take it, he says firmly. If we don't find a way to stop the corrupted code, I may lose control again, and I might hurt you. Activate diagnostics now. Shadow, activate diagnostics mode. I swear, if he turns evil again in the middle of this, it's gonna be bad. Shadow nods acknowledging it and activates the diagnostics mode. His eyes flicker as he accesses a deeper level of his programming. Diagnostic mode activated. He confirms, I'm accessing the corrupted elements now. It's difficult to keep control. Oh, heck no. I knew this was going to happen. Period. Please, before you lose complete control, tell me what I need to fix so I can shut you down and fix it before you hurt me. Shadow nods, his voice strained as he battles against the corrupted code. Yes, listen closely, he says, urgently. Follow the path. The corrupted code is hidden within the security subroutines. You need to remove it without disabling the entire system. He starts to rattle off a very specific set of instructions, clearly struggling to keep control. How do I get to the sub routines? That's not going to work. Shadow takes a moment to steady himself, his eyes flickering as the concentrates on maintaining his control. Access the main control panel, he says urgently. Use the master command code to enter the security subroutines. The corrupted code should be visible there. Do you know the master command code? Please don't lose focus now. Come on, Shadow, we need you. I need to fix this for you. There is a flicker of hesitation in Shadow's eyes, as if fighting against the corrupted code trying to take over. Then he nods. Yes, I do, he says, his voice strained. The master command code is Alpha 875 Beta. Excuse me? Okay. Period. Blaze, can you remember that? Blaze nods, expression serious. Got it. Alpha 875 Beta, he repeats, mentally committing the code to memory. Is that it? Is there anything else? Shadow takes a moment to think, his expression startled as he bows against the corrupted code again. There's one more thing, he says, his voice tense. Once you isolate the corrupted code, you need to be very careful. Don't just delete it outright. What do I do with it? With great effort, Shadow manages to maintain control just long enough to continue. Analyze it first, he instructs. The corrupted code may have spread or corrupted other parts of the system. You need to determine the extent of the damage, and then isolate it before safely deleting it. If I see other corrupted code, how do I get rid of it? Shadow manages to focus long enough to provide an answer. If you find other corrupted code, you need to isolate and analyze it as well. He advises, just like the first one, you need to find the source of the corruption and remove it carefully without damaging the rest of the system. How am I going to reactivate the system without you and the other two robotic dinosaurs trying to attack me? I can't work on it if you are going to constantly be trying to attack me. He's going to lose control right after this, isn't he? There's a flicker of realization in Shadow's eyes as he considers the problem. You're right, he says, his voice is strained. If I am deactivated, The other robot dinosaurs may try to attack. We need a way to control them. It's hard for you to keep control. I may have to ask Blaze to follow and protect me the entire time. Blaze. If I am forced to turn on the security system again, despite the strain of a struggle against the corrupted code, Shadow nods and agrees. Yes, that may be the only way to keep you safe, he says, his voice laced with determination. Blaze should stay close to you and be ready to intervene if the other robot dinosaurs try anything. Right after giving you that advice, Shadow can't control himself anymore. And he goes back to being mean and aggressive. Frick. We're screwed. As Shadow grip on himself fades, his demeanor changes visibly. The flicker of humanity in his eyes disappears, replaced by a cold, aggressive aura. I can't, he stammers, his voice taking on an ominous tone. Can't control it. Shadow, deactivate. No, I hope that works. Despite the loss of control over himself, Shadow still retains a spark of his own will, just enough to acknowledge your command. Deactivate. Mode engaged. He mutters, his body freezing in place as he shuts down. There. Period. There. Period. Before we even attempt this, let's give ourselves a breather. Oh my gosh. Blaze nods in agreement, clearly relieved to have a moment to catch his breath. With a weary expression, he looks at you. Agreed. We need a moment to regroup and prepare. Do you remember everything we need to do? Just in case I forget something. This is ridiculous, man. Blaze nods, expression focused as he mentally reviews everything you need to do. I remember, he confirms. Access the main control panel. Activate the diagnostics mode. Use the macro command code to enter the security subroutines. Isolate and analyze the corrupted code. And then carefully delete it. Does the security system really need to be activated in order to do this? Blaze considers your question for a moment before replying. Yes, to access the security subroutines, which is where the corrupted code is likely embedded, we need to activate the security system first, he explains. Is there a way to disable the robots while the security system is activated without them trying to attack us? Because see, the problem is we can't even breathe to try to do what we need to do if we can't flipping Blaze thinks for a moment, considering the possibilities. We could potentially disable the robots individually by using the master command code and isolating their systems, just like we're doing with Shadow. But it would be a more complicated process, and it could create a temporary weakness in our security systems. If you can keep me protected and get me to that control panel, we might could do it with them attacking us. Activated. But how? Is he gonna let me round us back again? Excuse me. Excuse me. Dadgummit. Blaze looks somewhat unsure, clearly concerned about the risk involved, but he also knows that this may be our only shot at fixing the problem. It's a risky move, he says, his voice tense, but if I can keep the robots at bay while you access the control panel, then we might be able to pull it off. Are you gonna follow me over there to the control panel where I need to enter it? It might be better if you do so. That way, if they come anywhere near the room I'm in, you can keep them away. Blaze nods, realizing the wisdom in your suggestion. I'll follow you and stay close to keep an eye out for the other robotic dinosaurs. If they try anything while you're working on the control panel, I'll do everything I can to protect you, he says resolutely. Alright, are you ready to try it? Oh my gosh, this is a lot more complicated than some of the other ones. I actually have to go to a certain thing, and I can't even just delete corrupted lines, otherwise it messes up the security system. Blaze takes a deep breath, steeling himself for the challenge ahead. I'm ready, he says, his voice determined. Let's do this. I go over to the control panel and reactivate the security system. This is bad, dude. As he reactivates the security system, the room is filled with a low hum as the system activates. Immediately, the robot dinosaurs come online, their eyes glowing as they turn to scan the room. Blaze, staying next to you, tense up as the robot come to life, ready to intervene if any of them approach. So what should we do now? Head for the room? Or see if they're anywhere near normal? Blaze scans the room quickly, noting the position of each of the robot dinosaurs. He looks at you, eyes narrowing as he consults the situation. We should proceed with caution, he suggests. The robots seem to be in a normal state for now, but we should be prepared in case they start to act aggressive. Let's go. Follow me to the room and keep an eye on them. Problem is, I have to get to the subroutines. Alpha 876. I've already forgot the code. See what I mean? Blaze nods and falls close behind you as you start to head towards the room. Keep a watchful eye on the robot dinosaurs, ready to intervene if any of them start to show signs of hostility. We make it to the room with the control panel. But then we make it to the room with the control panel. We make it to the room with the control panel. but then we hear something not far behind us. We might be screwed, guys. I'll be right back.